When I rushed to the party in a hurry, most of the others had already arrived. The private room was very lively. At a glance, there were many unfamiliar faces. After thinking about it, I decided to find a corner to sit down. When I was about to go there, someone stopped me and booed. "Oliver, your seat is next to Liam. Hurry over there." I felt a bit embarrassed and shifted my gaze to Liam sitting in the middle. He didn't refuse, and the corner seats had just been taken up. Before I was about to sit over, Liam frowned slightly. "What's that smell on you? Such a strong alpha pheromone. Where did you go before you came?" I lifted my sleeve and sniffed it. Only after sniffing did I remember that I couldn't smell pheromones. When I finished my part-time job in the afternoon, I accidentally broke a glass full of juice and got soaked all over. But it was almost time for the party then, and there wasn't enough time to go back to the dormitory to change clothes. Just as I was about to go to the nearest mall to buy one, a shirt was handed to me. The person in front of me had a clear and melodious voice, where mine, Noah, true to his name, has a cold and aloof temperament. We got to know each other because we were in the same club. When I first entered school, after strolling around the square, I joined the Animal Protection Club. In addition to being interested, it was also because the most people signed up here. Later I learned the reason. The campus heartthrob Noah was also in this club. However, recently due to my part-time job, I have missed several club activities. Noah's hand holding the shirt was fair and slender. I came to my senses and was flattered. "Thank you, senior." I didn't know what to do just now. Noah was wearing a white short-sleeved shirt on his upper body. This shirt was probably the coat he had been wearing. The campus heartthrob is really kind. I will definitely vote for him on the most popular list on the forum when I have time. Just as I was about to thank him, Noah suddenly leaned in and rubbed my face. His delicate facial features were right in front of me. The alpha's fingertips were warm and his voice was gentle. "There's also some juice splashed here." I touched my face uncomfortably and said, "Thank you, senior. How can I return the clothes to you?" "I'll come to you to get it after class tomorrow. Contact me by text message." I looked at the time and said in a hurry, "Senior, then I'll go change clothes first. Keep in touch." Saying that, I was about to run to the bathroom, but unexpectedly, Noah followed me. "Give me the clothes you changed. I'll take them back to school for you." I looked down at my orange juice-stained top and said, "No need, senior. I'll just throw it away directly. The bathroom is crowded. I'll just take it out and throw it away for you. You're definitely the school hunk." I quickly took off my clothes and handed them over. Noah averted his gaze, and his earlobes were a bit red. "Is it really that hot?" I was fumbling to fasten the shirt buttons, but I just couldn't get the last one done. Seeing this, Noah stepped forward without hesitation to help. His fingers inevitably touched my neck, and the tickling sensation came and went. Finally, with Noah's help, I got in the car to go to the party. Noah was holding the clothes I changed. He didn't leave until the taxi turned the corner. Thinking of this, I explained to Liam, "It's Senior Noah's shirt. He helped me a lot today." Liam frowned even deeper. "You came to see me wearing another alpha's clothes?" Just as I was about to continue explaining, someone suggested playing a game, spin the bottle and tell the truth. We were forced to end the conversation and sat in a circle with everyone. As a result, Liam was pointed at in the first round. He was a bit impatient and said, "Truth." After whispering and discussing for a long time, several people asked pointedly, "Can you accept being with a beta?" The question was too suggestive, and their gazes fell on us. The next second, Liam let out a soft scoff. "Rather than being with a beta, I'd rather die." After saying that, he added with a lingering feeling, "What's the point of a relationship where you can't even smell the pheromones?" The atmosphere in the private room instantly became awkward. I stood there stunned, a bit unable to react. Rather than being with a beta, I'd rather die. Although the question was about betas, I knew clearly that Liam was referring to me. In the past, when faced with Liam's sarcasm, I could just let it go in one ear and out the other. After all, it was me who fell in love with him first, and it was me who insisted on pursuing him. But this time, I didn't want to endure it anymore. I stood there stunned for a moment, then got up to say goodbye. "You guys keep playing. I'll leave first." When I was almost at the door, I heard someone ask, "Liam, you've gone too far this time. Aren't you going to go and comfort him?" "Comfort him? In a few days, he'll still be clinging to me shamelessly." I clenched my fists and quickly left. It's impossible not to be sad, but more than that, I felt relieved. A kind of relief like finally being saved from being trapped in a prison. I planned to walk back to school while taking a stroll. Just as I reached the door, a eye-catching car stopped not far away. The car window slowly rolled down, and Noah pulled the car over to the side of the road. "Oliver, where are you going?" "What a coincidence. Senior, are you also here to have fun?" The next second, another alpha got out of the passenger seat. He put his hand on Noah's shoulder and said, "You're Junior. Noah calmly shook off his hand and said, I'm here to drop someone off. Where are you going? I can give you a ride on the way. Upon hearing this, his friend widened his eyes and said, drop someone off? Are you kidding me? Seeing Noah shake the car keys, his friend immediately changed his tune and said, of course you're here to pick me up. Junior, you two talk. I'll go in first. So strange. Senior, you don't have to worry about me. If you want to go have fun. Noah had already opened the passenger side door and said to himself, back to school. I nodded and was pushed into the passenger seat. The senior drove the car very steadily. After arriving at school, Noah went up to the dormitory building with me. Senior, are you also going back to the dormitory? There's an early class tomorrow. Unexpectedly, Noah's dormitory was just next door. After saying goodbye, I collapsed on the bed as soon as I entered the dormitory. The dormitory is a 4-person room. One roommate rented an apartment off campus, and the other 2 roommates both asked for leave today. After resting for a few minutes, I remembered that the shirt on me still belonged to Noah. I struggled to get up and change into pajamas. Just as I finished changing my top, there was a knock on the door. Come in. Noah's hair was wet, and there were water stains on his body. He should have just taken a shower. He sounded a bit pitiful. Oliver, I accidentally spilled water on my bed. I asked in confusion. It's okay. Senior, it should dry after airing for a while. It wasn't until I saw his completely wet bedding. Senior, how about staying with me tonight? As soon as I finished speaking, Noah had already stood up. The bed isn't big, but we can squeeze in and sleep. I hadn't put on my shorts yet. I thought that he's an alpha. It doesn't really matter if he takes a look. After all, betas aren't very attractive to them. I turned my back to Noah and put on my shorts. I only heard a short cough behind me. When I turned around, Noah's face was a bit flushed, and his sitting posture was a bit stiff. Senior, are you not feeling well? His voice was a bit hoarse. Oliver, you go to bed first. I'll be okay in a minute. Noah helped me so much during the day. How could I ignore him? I walked over and was about to help him up and take him to the school infirmary. Senior, you can't avoid seeing a doctor. After several struggles, I accidentally slipped with my hand, and my body fell onto Noah's lap. Something was wrong. I looked up and met Noah's blurred gaze. Senior, your pajamas have a belt. The person beneath me seemed to tremble. This feeling, a fully automatic heating belt. I suddenly realized something and bent down to look below. Noah simply came clean and slightly spread his legs, looking like he was wrapped in shame. It seemed that I should be the one feeling embarrassed. He spoke hoarsely. Have you had enough of looking? Young student. I swallowed hard and stiffly got off him. No wonder he is an alpha. A smile is an attitude. I tried hard to curl up the corners of my mouth. Senior, although I'm a beta, I can understand that sometimes an alpha can't help himself. It's okay. Go straight and turn left. You can go to the bathroom to take care of it. I tried hard to act like it was no big deal. Noah casually picked up the soft pillow he had brought and held it between his legs. How do you know I'm in a situation beyond my control? I didn't even question you about changing sizes randomly, and yet you're turning the tables on me. There's no one else in the dorm. What else could it be but a situation beyond my control? Senior, you don't have to pretend to be strong in front of me. I understand. Noah slightly curled his lips. Oliver, you know so much. Teach me when you're free. I said proudly, it's all been taught in the physiology class. Senior, you might be approaching your susceptible period. You must pay more attention. Noah reached out and scraped the tip of my nose. Thank you for the guidance. Teacher Oliver, then I'll go to bed first. Senior, don't be shy. After climbing onto the bed, not long after, the sound of the bathroom door closing rang out. I couldn't help but sigh. He's so young and impulsive. After a long time, the progress bar of the TV series playing on the tablet had advanced a long way, and the bed vibrated slightly. The bed curtain was lifted a little, and Noah gently got onto the bed. Oliver, you know, my quilt is also soaked. I consciously lifted the quilt, and the next second, Noah got in like a gentle bird. As soon as he got into the quilt, he naturally leaned on my shoulder. What are you watching? I have to say, this face is really pleasing to the eye. I answered irrelevantly, Senior, you're really like a concubine who delays the emperor from going to court. Noah let out a muffled laugh. Then won't I be delaying you from going to your morning class? I turned off the tablet and lay flat with Noah. He whispered in my ear, good night. How could the gap between alphas be so big? Fortunately, the senior is here. Otherwise, I would definitely have been brooding over unworthy things all day. The breathing of the person beside me gradually became steady. There was an inexplicable sense of peace. The next moment, he turned over and put his big hand on my waist. Tried to resist, but the resistance was ineffective. Forget it. Just treat him as a human-shaped heating pad. I slept extremely well that night. The alarm clock rang on time. I struggled to get up and looked around slowly. I was the only one left in the bed. It's estimated that the senior had something to do and left. I stretched and got out of bed in my pajamas. The clothes to be changed were hung on the back of the chair by me last night. Just as I took off my top, the dormitory door was suddenly pushed open. I slowly turned my head. Noah came in with breakfast. His gaze wandered over me and stopped at my upper body. Doing this early in the morning. Is this a reward for me? I'm not an Omega. What kind of reward is this? I looked down at my boyish figure, sucked in my belly, and joked, it seems like my figure doesn't have much appeal. Noah put down the breakfast, and his slightly cold fingers rested on my abdomen. You don't need to be appealing. You look very good just standing here. Hearing this, I felt a bit embarrassed. He continued, Oliver, your belly is very thin. It's very suitable for... I interrupted him and replied, it's very suitable for working out, right? Noah didn't refute and gave an ambiguous answer. You'll know later. After having breakfast together, the senior also had an early class, but he still accompanied me to the classroom first. As soon as we entered the door, many eyes fell on us. There were still many empty seats. I sat down in the nearest one, and Noah handed me my school bag. Teacher Oliver, have a good class. You too, senior. After Noah left, the classmate sitting next to me asked curiously, Oliver, when did you get so close to the campus heartthrob? I'd better not cause trouble for the senior. I smiled and said, no, it's just that the senior is very kind and cares about his classmates. All right then, he continued to talk to me, but why aren't you sitting next to Liam today? You usually sit together, don't you? He really knows how to bring up the wrong topic. I won't sit with him anymore. Liam is sick. The classmate who was talking to me looked shocked. Sick? But isn't he sitting in the back row? I replied seriously, yes. He has beta phobia. If he gets too close to me, he might die. He wanted to ask further, but was forcibly interrupted by the teacher who came to teach. After class, I quickly packed up my things, but was blocked in the aisle. Liam's feet were in the way, and there was an Omega standing beside him. I knew him. He was one of Liam's suitors. As blind as I was, I tried to walk around him sideways, but was blocked again. I asked puzzledly, is there something wrong? Liam was angry because of my indifferent attitude. Oliver, is this how you pursue me? I laughed. I forgot to tell you. I've had enough of pursuing you. I won't pursue you anymore. Hearing this, Liam put his hand on the Omega's shoulder and laughed out of extreme anger. That's great. I've long been fed up with being pestered. By the way, I'm here just to tell you that I have a partner now. How childish. Congratulations. You didn't end up with a beta and don't have to die. I didn't say more and chose to bypass them and leave through the back door, only to hear his friend say, hey, Liam, when did Oliver become so feisty? Even now, I still can't understand what kind of person Liam is. When you like someone, you can tolerate whatever they do, but at this moment, he's the same as before, yet I can't stand it anymore. After leaving the classroom, I saw Noah lazily leaning on the corridor railing and walking towards me nonchalantly. Kid, what would you like to eat? Only then did I remember there was still something I hadn't done. I haven't sent the senior's shirt to the dry cleaner. I said shyly, Senior, I'll return the shirt to you as soon as I've washed it. Let me treat you to lunch today. As soon as I finished speaking, Liam and his group also came to the corridor. His friend said maliciously, so that's why you're not pestering Liam anymore. You've got a new lover. Liam gave him a cold look, and the guy immediately shut up. Oliver, playing hard to get won't work on me. Noah spoke before me. Oliver, are these your friends? He looks a bit like some kind of kid. I looked at him in confusion and asked, what kid? Noah parted his thin lips and replied seriously, the one who picks up trash on the roadside. Kid. I couldn't hold back my laughter. Liam's eyes turned red almost instantly. Noah, what are you so smug about? Oliver chased me for 2 years and only turned to you after being rejected by me countless times. See, he's having another episode. Noah lost his last bit of patience and stood up straight, saying, keep running your mouth. Also, I've never been smug. With me, it's always Oliver who takes the initiative, because I know what true love is. I stood aside and played the straight man for Noah, right? Wait, who has the initiative? What? The right kind of love? If I heard correctly, Noah seems to have mentioned my name. Under Liam's gloomy gaze, Noah took my hand and left. His hands are very big. After walking some distance, I shook my arm. Senior, thank you for helping me out. There's no need to pretend anymore. They can't see us. Noah didn't let go of my hand. Do you think I'm acting? I countered. Aren't you? Senior, from now on, you're my best friend. You're so loyal. After saying that, I still thought it wasn't sincere enough, so I added, good brothers are in my heart. I thought Noah would be very touched, but I saw helplessness in his eyes. Then it's not too much for you to warm your good brother's hands, right? Piece of cake. We held hands all the way to the school gate. Noah's car was parked nearby. We went to a restaurant with a good reputation nearby. After the meal, Noah took me to my part-time job location. Today's part-time job is to be a clothing model. It was introduced by a friend I know. Pays well and there's not much work. I only need to work for 2 hours today. Noah entered the shooting room with me and sat waiting on the sofa beside. After taking pictures of the clothes one by one, just when I thought it was almost over, the boss brought another set of clothes. It was a rather elaborate top. Someone needed to help tie the straps on the back. The boss was also a beta. When he naturally wanted to go into the fitting room to help, Noah beat him to it. I'll go in and help. The fitting room was cramped. The distance was too close. I felt a bit uncomfortable and took off my top with my back to him. There was a cold sensation around my waist. Noah's well-defined fingers pressed on the small of my back. You have a mole here. It's very beautiful. Noah pressed again, and I couldn't help but flinch. Senior, it tickles. But he said hoarsely, if you can't even stand this, I'll be gentler in the future. I didn't understand, but my intuition told me that I should put on my clothes now. I quickly put on the clothes to be photographed. Only the loose straps on the back were left. Noah tied them very carefully. After finishing, he didn't go out directly. Instead, he rested his head on my shoulder. His warm breath fell on the skin of my back. Oliver, you're a fool. I retorted indignantly. You're the one who is. Well, one becomes foolish when close to a fool. After a long time, the boss knocked on the fitting room door. Is it that hard to put on? Do you need me to come in and help? The boss also admonished. Don't do anything inappropriate in there, you young lovers. Only then did Noah let me out. I took the opportunity to explain. He and I are not a couple. The boss looked at me and then at Noah, with an expression of, I understand everything. Don't be shy. There are many alpha-beta couples these days. I wish you a long-lasting relationship. I wanted to refute, but Noah's thank you stopped me. Time always passes by before we know it. In a blink of an eye, a month had passed since Noah and I started spending every day together. During this period, I wasn't without opportunities to meet Liam, but I always chose to ignore him. Before Liam could strike up a conversation, Noah would always pull me away immediately. Classes ended early today. I sat in the study room waiting for him to finish. At this time, the message notification sounded. It was a message from the club group. To celebrate the Animal Protection Club successfully sterilizing 100 kittens and puppies, a team-building activity will be held this weekend. The club president initiated a vote. Among camping and mountain climbing, the former won by an absolute advantage. Noah just finished his class. What are you looking at? So happy, I said excitedly. Senior, look at the group. Are you going to the team building this weekend? Do you want to go? The answer was written all over my face, and I nodded vigorously. I'll go too. Hearing his positive answer, I was even happier. Looking forward to it. The day of the team building finally arrived. Our group took a coach directly to the camping grassland. After setting up the tents, we started the dinner. Everyone took out all kinds of wheat juice from their bags. After I drank a few glasses, Noah took care of the rest. Until his vision became more and more blurred, I simply pretended to accidentally spill some water on myself and then found an excuse to leave the table. After taking him to wash up, we entered the tent. After lying down, he slightly spread his hands. Oliver, give me a hug. I glanced at him and turned around to change my wet clothes. After changing, the person beside me still maintained the previous posture. Oliver, I'm cold. I sighed and lay down beside him. Noah immediately hugged me. There were only 2 layers of fabric between us. My heart started pounding faster. I clearly didn't drink much alcohol. Something was wrong. It was so quiet in the tent that it seemed as if there were only the 2 of us in the whole world. I don't know how much time had passed. When I still couldn't fall asleep because of my pounding heart, the person behind me tentatively asked, Oliver, are you asleep? Noah didn't sound like a drunkard. He was pretending to be drunk. I deliberately didn't respond, wanting to know what he was up to. After a few seconds, Noah reached out to measure my waist. He started talking to himself. Baby, when will you wake up? Do you know that alphas are very dangerous? You're standing in front of me in your pajamas without any defense. I don't know how much longer I can hold back. As he spoke, his hand gently stroked the fabric around my waist. A ticklish sensation came over me, but I still held back and continued to pretend to be asleep. I didn't expect him to go even further next. Noah gently shifted his position and turned to face me. He touched my cheek and then my lips. He even tried to put his finger into my mouth. Just when I was about to lose my composure, he finally withdrew his hand. I quietly let out a sigh of relief. The next second, a soft touch landed on my lips. It wasn't hard to guess. Noah kissed me. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Time seemed to stand still. I don't know how long it took before he slowly pulled away, but that feeling still lingered at the corner of my mouth. It was very soft and warm. It was also very ticklish. I didn't dare to open my eyes for fear of meeting Noah's gaze, but I was also a little worried that if I continued to pretend to be asleep, Noah might do something even more excessive. Thinking of this, my heart began to race again. Fortunately, I didn't wear my fitness tracker today. Otherwise, it would have set off an alarm as soon as it detected my elevated heart rate. We stayed like this for 10 minutes, and the person beside me didn't move at all. I let out a soft sigh of relief. Noah must have fallen asleep. Then, I cautiously opened my eyes to check. In that instant, the atmosphere grew tense and charged. Instead of sleeping, Noah was lying beside me, his gaze fixed on me as if he wanted to dissect me. His Adam's apple bobbed as he said, "Caught you, baby." I quickly shut my eyes again. I didn't dare to open my eyes, hoping it was just an illusion. Noah let out a soft chuckle. My face was burning with embarrassment. I tried to bury my head in the sleeping bag. Noah pitifully pleaded, "Oliver, do you really hate me that much and don't want to see me? If that's the case, I'll just go sleep outside." Saying that, he actually started to unzip the tent. I summoned the courage to get out of the sleeping bag and grabbed his hand. "The tents are all full. Where else can you go?" He pouted and said, "I remember there's a bench outside. It's like punching a cotton. Don't go. I don't want to accompany you to the hospital tomorrow." Noah tugged at my sleeping bag. "Oliver, you feel sorry for me. Look at this attitude like a mistress." I shook off his hand. "I'm going to sleep." But Noah shamelessly said, "Baby, you're really going to sleep this time, right? Then I shouldn't be discovered if I steal a kiss this time." I originally wanted to gloss over this matter, but unexpectedly Noah laid his cards on the table. I whispered in condemnation, "Why did you kiss me?" Noah replied straightforwardly, "I like you. I don't just want to kiss you, I also want to." I covered his mouth. "Stop. Stop. Stop. Don't say it." A warm feeling came from my palm. Why didn't I notice before that the senior is so thick-skinned? I stared quietly into his eyes, but we both knew that something was changing silently. At this moment, maybe some flowers are in bloom and some trees are growing. My heart is blossoming for Noah. I whispered, "But I'm a beta. And you're an alpha." Noah became serious. "Oliver, I really like you for a very long time, because you're kind, hardworking, cute, and generous. If I were to list your merits, I could talk all night. You're a 1 in a million beta in my eyes, while I'm just an ordinary alpha among thousands. Dear teacher Oliver, baby Oliver, give me a chance to pursue you." "Okay." I thought Noah would just directly say let's be together. A warm current welled up in my heart. Noah is also a 1 in a million alpha. We are the 1 in a million for each other. I stubbornly said, "Since you're offering to pursue me, I'll reluctantly give you a chance." Noah held my face in his hands, full of restraint, and said, "Thank you, baby." After tossing around for half the night, I finally fell asleep. I was woken up early in the morning to go barbecue. I went to wash up listlessly. A friend beside me joked, "Did you have sex with the school hunk last night? You look so listless." "Don't talk nonsense. Noah and I are very pure." Noah, who was standing beside me squeezing toothpaste for me, replied, "Well, it's very pure for now. I'm not sure about the future." The friend seemed to have got a big scoop and consciously kept a distance from us. After having barbecue at noon, we got on the bus back to school. After arriving at school, Noah accompanied me back to the dormitory. I rushed to bed to catch up on sleep. He said with a big smile on his face, "Are you so sleepy, baby? It's all your fault." He stood by the bed and tucked me in, saying, "It's my fault. Will you have dinner with me tonight? I'll come to pick you up." Got it. I slept from day until the sunset. Noah's call came just in time. He was already downstairs. After some communication when we met, we chose to go for Japanese cuisine. I followed him to the car. As soon as I opened the passenger side door, a bouquet of flowers came into view. The problem is, these are not ordinary flowers. Each flower in the bouquet is folded for money. This isn't quite right, senior," Noah explained while driving. "Pursuing someone should start with a bouquet of flowers." "Oliver, I've never pursued anyone before. Don't think I'm stupid. Your flowers and my flowers seem to be different." We ordered a lot at the Japanese restaurant. When it was over, I took one flower from the bouquet to pay the bill. At this time, Noah's phone rang. It was a call from his friend. "Where are you? Come and have fun." Brief and to the point. Noah said calmly, "Do you want me to come and play, or do you want a free driver to take the drunk back to the dorm?" I couldn't hold back and burst out laughing. The person on the other end of the phone heard my voice. Judging from this voice, is the young student beside you? Come and play with us. We guarantee that this time we'll let you be the protector of the beauty, not the free driver. Noah mouthed to ask me, do you want to go? I nodded gently, only to hear Noah say to the other end, send the location. Not only do I want to go out and have fun, but I also want to get to know Noah better and meet his friends. It's a high-class club. It's not far from the Japanese restaurant where we are. 20 minutes later, Noah and I arrived at the room where they were. It's much bigger than an ordinary private room, and the facilities inside are very complete. There are billiard tables, mahjong tables, and card tables, and there are even massage chairs. You're here. Come and sit down. A few more friends will come later. The more people, the merrier. There are both betas and alphas in the room. Noah held my hand and sat on the sofa. The table was full of colorful wine glasses. Noah asked, do you want a drink? I nodded repeatedly. I've never had a mixed drink before. It looks very delicious. Noah didn't say a word. Instead, he picked up the wine, ordering tablet on the table and swiped it a few times. I've ordered something else for you. Just wait patiently. I can't help but feel a bit expectant. Before long, the waiter knocked on the door and came in pushing a cart. Sir, here's the Wangzhe milk you ordered. Laughter rang out one after another in the room. Noah, did you order the Wangzhe milk? That's right. Young students should drink milk. Noah, you'd better not drink either. You have to send someone back. His friends are fun, loving, but very nice people. I picked up a cup of Wangzhe milk with some dissatisfaction and took a sip. At this time, there came another voice from the door. It should be their other friends who have arrived. I looked in the direction of the sound and met the eyes of the person at the door. The alpha who was talking to his friend stood still at the door in a daze. It's Liam. The world is really small. Noah noticed the change in my mood and picked up the snacks on the table to feed me. Here he is. Let me introduce him to you. This is Liam. We are all friends, so don't be shy. Liam didn't reply. Instead, he walked to the sofa and sat beside me. There was no trace of his previous arrogance in his eyes. I moved a bit closer to Noah. It was his friend who spoke before Liam. Oliver, stop making trouble. Liam and that Omega were just acting. Seeing that I didn't reply, Liam tugged at my clothes and said, Oliver, stop being angry. I forgive you. Noah and I simultaneously let out a speechless laugh. Liam wanted to continue speaking, but was interrupted by others. Noah, Liam, what are you chatting about? Come and play cards. We're just waiting for you. Liam stood up and said contemptuously to Noah, wanna play? The person beside him stood up unhurriedly and said, sure. I grabbed Noah's hand, and he comforted me gently. Don't worry. Several people sat around the card table. I sat beside Noah. Liam suggested, just playing cards is so boring. How about something more interesting? Noah said indifferently, what shall we bet on? Other friends joked, we're good citizens. Losers do truth or dare. They were playing stud poker. I was in charge of watching the game. In the first round, Noah won completely. Liam chose truth. Noah was too lazy to ask, so he let others ask Liam instead. Do you have someone you like? Liam looked at me and said, yes, you start caring after the child is dead. I ignored him and whispered to Noah. Noah won the next few rounds. He was too lazy to come up with ideas to punish the losers, so he simply made them drink as a penalty. Finally, Noah lost a round, and they seized the opportunity tightly. Truth or dare? Noah chose the latter. Liam tied in this round, so he couldn't punish anyone. After a sneaky discussion amongst several people, the friend who announced the punishment cleared his throat and said, hold the person next to you on your lap and look into each other's eyes for 20 seconds. There were two people next to Noah, one of his alpha friends, and the other was me. The other person laughed and said, what should I do? Noah? You're not going to take advantage of me, are you? Noah let out a soft laugh and said, get out of here. Noah has someone else in mind. He looked at me and said, is it okay? Oliver, I nodded almost imperceptibly. The next second, I was picked up and seated on his lap. Now start the timer. Not a single second less. Our eyes met. I saw myself through Noah's eyes. 20 seconds wasn't that long, especially the time spent with Noah. I don't know how much time had passed. Liam said coldly, 20 seconds are up. Everyone laughed and said, come on, stop showing off your affection. We don't know if this is a punishment for you or for us. Take your hugging home. Only then did we separate. Liam looked displeased and said, this is boring. I'm not playing anymore. Noah glanced at the time, stood up and said, it's getting late. We'll leave first. Liam grabbed my arm when we passed by each other and said, Oliver, let's have a talk later. There's no need for that. After leaving that remark, we left the room. Before leaving, Noah also took a can of milk and stuffed it into my arms. We forgot about the time while playing. There were still 20 minutes until the dormitory closed. It's too late. There were two places to go, a hotel or Noah's apartment. In the end, we chose the latter. After arriving at the apartment, Noah entered the password in front of me. It was my birthday. He showed me around the room. Noah's apartment was clean and tidy. His room was also neatly arranged. Before going to take a shower, Noah told me to pick out clothes from the wardrobe by myself. After opening the wardrobe, I saw a very familiar top. It was the top I accidentally soiled on the day I first met Noah. Didn't he say he would help throw it away at that time? Some not, so healthy imaginations popped up in my mind. Noah took a quick shower. When he came out, I was staring at the clothes deep in thought. He wiped his hair and said, "I've been found out again, baby. I have no secrets left. Noah really seems to like me." I met his gaze and said, "Noah, I want to give you an answer right now," as if he had received some reward. He hooked his lips and said, "Okay." I asked, "Aren't you afraid that I'll reject you?" "It doesn't matter. You can reject me. Similarly, I'll ask you for a second chance to pursue you." I shook my head and said, "I won't give you a second chance. Let's be together, senior." Noah still had some moisture on his body. He took long strides towards me. "Boyfriend, I want to kiss you." It was a very long kiss, although I couldn't smell the pheromones. I also knew that Noah was very dangerous now. His kiss started to move down and stayed on my neck. It was a lingering and tender kiss. This indulgence was interrupted by a phone call. I briefly freed myself from his embrace and answered the phone, but there was no sound on the other end. "Hello? Did you dial the wrong number? If you don't say anything, I'll hang up." Then the person on the other end of the phone started to speak. A familiar tone. "Oliver, where are you? As long as you come here now, I'll be with you." I put the call on speakerphone, and the voice reached Noah's ears. He took the phone and replied casually, "Sure, let me ask my wife if she needs a boyfriend." Instantly, my face turned red. Noah hung up the phone and continued to kiss me. "I'll let you off this time. Baby, I'll get you your pajamas." Before we started dating, we almost acted together every day. After we got together, we were even more inseparable. Noah is such a clingy person. Finally, he had a full day of classes. I decided to wait for him at the library. Just as I walked out of the teaching building, I bumped into Liam head-on. After not seeing him for a few days, his face looked a bit more haggard. I originally wanted to ignore him, but he grabbed the hem of my clothes tightly. "Oliver, have a talk with me, please." The once proud alpha lowered his head, begging for pity from his former subordinate. "What do you want to talk about? Just say it here." He was like a drowning man grasping at a straw, speaking earnestly. "Oliver, give me a chance. Let me pursue you this time. Okay? As long as you're willing, I can pursue you for 2 years or even longer." "Liam, for you, being with a beta is worse than death." These were your exact words. His eyes were slightly red. "Oliver, I'm sorry. I regret it. I was wrong. I was stupid. I was already smitten but just wouldn't admit it. I didn't want to waste time on old matters anymore. It's all in the past. Let's just wish each other well." Liam persisted relentlessly. "Oliver, I like you. Give me a chance. I'll make up for everything. I'm with Noah. There's no possibility between us. It doesn't matter. Oliver, I don't care. I only want you." During the stalemate, Noah's cold voice rang out. "I've said you'd regret it. Oliver is an extremely nice person. I'm not angry that you like him, but if you keep pestering him regardless of his feelings, I'll teach you a lesson on behalf of your parents." Noah used pheromone suppression. Almost immediately, it took effect. Liam showed a pained expression and no longer had the strength to continue the stalemate with me. "Mind your own business." After resolving the matter, when I got back in the car, I noticed that Noah was acting a bit strange. "Senior, let's go to the hospital." But he drove in the direction of home. "Oliver, my susceptible period is coming. I'll just go back to the apartment and get an injection of the inhibitor." An alpha in the susceptible period is vulnerable. Moreover, Noah had used pheromone suppression. Almost as soon as we entered the door, he couldn't hold back and rummaged around for the inhibitor. At this moment, I made up my mind and stopped his hand. "Senior, you don't have to get the injection." The next moment, I was pinned against the wall by him. "Baby, you'll regret it." I retorted, "No, I won't." An alpha in the susceptible period is really terrifying. Noah didn't show that he was jealous at all, but now, he's holding me tightly. I'm jealous. Only when baby bites the clothes by himself can it get better. Noah haunted me like a male ghost for a whole 3 days. I was like a rag doll at his mercy, sank into the deep sea together and then regained new life. Before losing consciousness, I heard Noah whispering in my ear, "Oliver, I'll always be yours. The main text is over. Extra from Noah's perspective. At the age of 7, Noah, who was most afraid of water, was forced by his father to take swimming lessons. The other kids in the swimming class were all very brave and jumped into the water one by one. Only Noah stood still. Some naughty kids began to laugh at him. Coward. Noah felt a bit embarrassed and grabbed his swimming trunks, not knowing what to do. At this time, a kid younger than him grabbed his hand. Brother, the water isn't scary. Will you jump with me? I'll protect you. From that day on, Noah had a friend who chased after him all day long, calling him brother. Later, Noah's family moved to the capital. He promised, I'll find you and contact you in the future. This search lasted for more than a decade. When they met again, the boy had already forgotten him and was pursuing another alpha. Fortunately, this alpha was a bit stupid. Noah was best at waiting. At this moment, Oliver was breathing steadily and sleeping in Noah's arms. All Noah could think about was how to hear him call him brother again.